So this is all part of the information center. This is obviously not plastic, nor is this. Decorations, wind chimes.
The solar cooker. Let's go up because Ali wants us to follow him and he can leave. And then
oh, for the molds, yeah. This is what was on the video. This is amazing.
Yeah.
The way they've made these.
We'll come back this way.
There's some artwork
Him,
here.
and then we can let him go if he wants us to come up there.
Oh yeah, the fish. Yeah.
Drinking plastic.
Yeah. That's.
And these are all the original molds for the first FlipFlopi, for the FlipFlopi right there.
Yes.
So they had to make each part individually, and now they're going to try and bend pieces using something like that solar cooker,
Right.
or maybe join smaller pieces together, so that they don't need to do all the
Main casting. Yeah.
So Ali, maybe I'll talk to you later then about the table itself. Okay? I just want to try and recycle wood and have the least carbon footprint possible. So yeah, I'd like a couple tables like 1 meter square, the small, like 4 people.
Look at this stuff. This is beautiful. Look at that.
Side tables with whatever they cut out.
Yeah.
Look at
Not
this.
quite done yet, but
Ah, guys, you're busy.
work in progress. Wow, look at that. Little
This is
boat.
amazing. This is a replica of an Omani.
Mama Mary.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Salama.
Have you been getting both?
It's okay I film? Okay I film? Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Asante. This is beautiful.
It's gonna look like that on the picture there afterward. This is Sultana.
Oh yeah. When it's done, this is a replica of. Wow, this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Old Dow from. This is tall ships from. These used to come to Newport, Rhode Island, where I live. Mini Americani, near New York. These would come every 4 years, every 3 years. Yeah, replica. Yeah, this is a replica. Yeah. Beautiful. Incredible work. So this is what they did with FlipFlopi, with those casts you saw outside. They're trying to make all of these ribs. I'm not calling them the right name, but all of these support. Everything's going to be made out of plastic. And those molds we saw out there were the molds they used for the first one. But they're trying to figure out how to reduplicate it, like a prefab kind of thing. Can you ask them, how long have you been working on this boat?
Only 1 month.
Only 1 month? Yeah. And how much time do you think it'll take to finish?
In our work is already nearly finished.
Okay. So it's going to look like this?
There's still there's
It's going to look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more details after, yeah? Yeah, that's the fine details, yeah. Very nice, very nice. Thank you.
First they started adding sand to it, but then they saw that the sand made it too breakable.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people, when they make things, they add sand. When they make the fence posts, they add sand. So now they're just trying to, everything is written down, what's in it, how much it is, what temperature it's
You really
melted
can't
at.
see, but
all of that
you can
kind
see
of
from this
thing.
hand. You see how it's dipped in, it's bent in, which means it's got inside, it might have not been as packed as tightly as the rest of the piece of wood.
For some reason, when it cools, it's shrinking,
That's
whatever's
too
happening.
fast. Some part of it's drinking too
Yeah.
fast or not fast enough. So you can see that's not a complete plank,
Yeah, that
but
one's
it's a
really-
work in progress, and they're getting there. This one says, I think it's upside down, but it says Hope.
HDPE,
Oh, HDPE. Yeah.
that's the kind of plastic,
Okay.
the time, the temperature. I don't know what that says, I need my glasses.
It's probably the date, 2022, yeah. March 20th,
Yeah.
when it was made. So there's 5 by 5. There's 4.5 by 4.5 right here. As you can see, it's kind of green because Mary has scratched away the outer appearance
This
of.
is a water filter they sell in town. This is the color of Ali's water on the Shamba. It's like a brown. And this, I want to get this for Omaha.
So it just filters the impurities out, and you get some drinkable water.
It's been sitting here for a long time now. It's a little warm.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it has like a.
Planks you want bendable, others you want stiff, right? So the planks to go on the side of the boat, it would be nice if it had a bit of a bend in it. So this is part of their science here. I don't know how much that weighs. I think it's 3 or 4 kilos. So now they hang this here and they see, like, is it going to break? Is it going to bend? Is it stiff? And so this is now part of their testing process here so that they can see
The fallibility.
the flexibility of it and how strong it is. And this machine right here is to cool the water that's in that tank.
The first tank you showed, the second tank you showed us, where the pieces get pushed in and then they need to be cooled. I wonder how many pieces can be put in there before that water gets really hot. Because it's like forging steel. It's like forging steel, but it's amazing.
And then here's their separation bays again of different colors. So they're just using this to separate out the plastics, and then when they want to shred pink, they'll come here, here's the pink, they'll come over here, here's the blue, here's whatever color is next, black. So when it's time to shred the black, and I think they can shred like 6 or 8 bags. I mean, obviously it depends because there's so much air and so much of this, but the other day when they were doing a demonstration, Saturday morning is when people come to visit, they put in 4 or 5 gunias and they ended up with like this much in the bottom of a gunia. So like once you shred it all, that's another thing, is that we have to have enough plastic to be able to build these things, you know? So it takes a lot, and right now they're buying it at 12 shillings a kilo. Like, it's a lot of money. And then they have to pay people to come and sort it, and then they have to pay people to shred it, and then they have to pay people to wash it, and then they have to pay people to melt it and extrude it, and then you get a piece of plastic that you can build with, right? And then you have to build. So it may not be financially viable, but we can see.
We have to.
Well, yeah, potentially.
We have to make it viable, only because the world depends upon it. Really, I mean, we have to make it viable.
We do.
I mean,
so right now it's all in the research process, and you know, Katharina, she's somebody with a huge, wonderful spirit who's really excited to, you know, be working here and be here and doing it and be part of the community. And Ali also, and you know, we have such a big team. Depeche, who's in Nairobi, is doing all the social activism, pushing laws. Like, that's another thing that FlipFlopi is really spending a lot of time trying to create laws to ban the use of single-use plastic. Like, all of these expeditions, it's all educating people and encouraging people to change their ways and to start trying to do something with this. Like, most people think this is garbage. We're trying to turn this garbage into gold. You know? And look at what we have on Lamu. Can you imagine that we have this equipment here?
It's amazing.
It's totally amazing. Like, this is no fucking joke. You know?
Serious stuff.
So it's very serious. Put the bottles in, put the baling wire, gunia on the bottom, and then we just have to stockpile this until we get like 10 tons of plastic before it's even worthwhile to do anything with it. Last time we did something with the plastic here, they shredded it all, and then when it's shredded, it's nice because it takes much less volume, right? But they had a 200% loss. sending it to Mombasa. So they paid 200% more than what they made. You know, it was a huge loss. It's just too expensive, and nobody, it's not very useful. My understanding is you can only recycle this twice. So like if that's put into the other plastics, it just melts quickly and disappears. So this right now,
Look how many we got. Be best if you can do something about it.
well, if you can get rid of people using it.
Yeah, that
And
would
right
be a
now,
big,
they
big
buy
start.
plastic and they buy all the plastic. They're not gonna say we're not gonna buy plastic bottles, even though we have no use for it. They pay the same amount for a plastic bottle as they pay for these basins. Like these, this again, this is gold. This is what we want. This is all the strongest plastic that's there. This is the hardest and strongest plastic. So,
Where they get the oil
you know, that's
and
really
other big drums.
what we want. But we pay the same for this as we pay for the water bottles. And for example, like there's tons of Majlis water bottles in there. That what are we doing with? We're cleaning the island. So we're not being particular. We're not, you know, segregating what we take in. We take it all in. And now we're just going to figure out what to do with it. Because if we don't take it in, it's going to be in the ocean. It's going to be in the environment.
And in our
Somebody will
systems,
come with an
Yeah.
answer to that.
So we're just trying to figure out whatever it is that we can do to reduce all the plastic pollution. So this is from the Island Children's Fund. This is going to be the next baler. So
oh, much bigger,
we
yeah.
made that donation, and I'm super proud. Here
Oh, that's your organization.
we're on the wall.
Okay,
Nice, you've made it to the wall.
We made it to the wall. This
Beautiful.
place unfortunately burned down, so we made a donation, and
Oh, my
we got
goodness.
it on the wall, which was pretty
Nice.
awesome. Habarizeno.